Some of you, if you are on social media platforms like Twitter, you have seen some latest updates from Australian government being completely authoritarian, up to a point where the people who are anti-lockdown or anti the measures, so there is a massive coalition. Not everybody is completely anti or anti vaccine passport. There are all these like restrictions. Some people have issues with some of them. Some people are just anti-face masks. Some people are anti-lockdown. Some people are anti all of them, of course. But now we've heard from the Australian media that rescue dogs have been hit by one of the councils. Now, why? Because they wanted to stop volunteers from going to the animal shelters to pick them up. Because lockdown, in order to protect public safety and health, they are actually harming the public, humans and non-humans. Now, these are the people, these are the hippies who claim to be pro-human, pro-animals, pro-trees and everything. Yet they have no compassion, absolutely no compassion when it comes to dealing with, for example, these poor dogs and other animals, stopping people from going to, for volunteers to pick them up. At least in this country, in the UK, when we had lockdown, you still had loopholes, you had exemptions, that you could still travel for certain things. But in Australia, it's getting so bad that the escalation on the streets is getting worse. People are getting sick and tired. They are getting violent because the police are getting violent. And there's aspects and parts of the Australian media who are naming and shaming the public. There are people in the media in Australia who release these reports on a daily basis. They do these manhunts where like, oh, have you seen this guy? This guy is infected. He was supposed to stay at home. He was seen on the streets. Go find him. Rewards. It's very, very disgusting stuff. Now, these are the latest footage that we have over the last couple of days from Australia.
Cross over! Everyone, go across the border! Cross over! They cannot arrest all of us!
Well, I never condone violence at all. But when you see people get frustrated, a lot of it is in the name of resistance. So when that guy was saying that they cannot arrest all of us, as long as you push, even though if it's aggressive or directly, but you're resisting, it's the police that will come out and actually kick off and try to attack everyone. And that's very bad. I don't understand why a lot of these police officers are still following those rules. I know it's their job. They don't have to follow it anymore. They can essentially surrender to the public. But Australia is getting out of hand. New Zealand is out of control. And yet, governments in France and others, or Germany, have not learned that things could get out of control, like in New Zealand or Australia. Well, huge apologies, first of all, for some of the words or the clips being censored or blocked or blurred, because if you want to post even the short version of these shows, then we have to do some self-censorship. Otherwise, this site will not allow us most of the time to post them. They either actually block it before it's actually uploaded, or they completely shadow ban it so it doesn't get recommended. So if you want to see the full and unedited version of these shows, go on mytc.co.uk and use the promo code We Are The Media to get a free trial access for a month. So you get full access to all the daily shows, all the news articles, and all the pieces and everything else that we have. So if you want to just check out the channel and support independent media against the complacency of the mainstream media, then join us on that site, and I'll see you guys soon.